And we're live.
Hey everybody, welcome to Signals from the Frontline, your live show every Wednesday. And when it's live, you get little errors like that.
Reece is reading all the mustache comments. He's like, oh, he's like just like jumping up and down. He's like, yeah. Mariana's like, go. He's like,
I was like
I'm so excited.
Reading the chat, and then Mariana's like, go, idiot. So hey everybody, thanks for joining us for the live show brought to you by frontlinegaming.org. Start over. No way, man. We're just plowing through. Plowing ahead. That's just my dating strategy, life strategy, Signals from the Frontline strategy.
It works.
Just keep on going forward.
It's this far.
So thanks for joining us, everybody. The show brought to you, as always, by frontlinegaming.org, where you can get your tabletop gaming goodies at a discount all the days of the week. Head on over, store.frontlinegaming.org, and you can buy stuffs.
And things.
Nailed it. My name is Reece. I'm your host. With me is Franklin the Turtle.
Yep.
And
right.
For everybody joining us in chat, thank you so much for joining us. If you're listening to us on the podcast or you're watching the video cast on YouTube, if you do want to join the live show, you can do so at 11 a.m. live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.
Pacific Standard Time.
Ooh,
which is, I mean, to be honest, it is like the only time that anybody should care about. So
I think if
that's why you don't have to make a statement about it.
If there was only one time, it would be Greenwich Mean Time, right? Because like they invented it.
No. Nope.
Maybe the East Coast time?
We took it. We took it.
We took it.
Give us that time.
We done did it. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us in the chat. We hope you enjoy the show. Let's jump right in and talk about what was going on this past week in the Games Workshop hobby. First of all, this week's pre-order is pretty cool. We got the Sons of Behemoth, the new faction for Age of Sigmar. They're basically fantasy knights. And we got the Mega Gargan. I put one together. The model is really, really, really cool. The technology that they have for making models it's outstanding.
Yeah, it's just incredible. You look at all the little details, like his little loincloth, like is just incredible. It's like 50 different pieces.
It didn't actually take that long to put them together. There is a lot of parts. There is a lot of little bits, like the cloth and stuff, like you were saying. All the little ropes are separate bits, and at first you're like, why the heck would they do that? But then you put it on and it gives it a sense of three-dimensionality. Like it really looks like he's wearing clothes, and like the ropes are really going over his body. So it's little things like that that just really make it a spectacular model.
Yeah.
A little pricey. If you buy it with us, it's at a discounted price and free shipping within the continental United States. So if you want to pick one up, I highly recommend it. It's one of the coolest models I put together in quite a while. Really, really cool. And it makes 3 different kits.
Yeah.
And then
amazing.
The old giants are now like war dogs or armigers.
Yeah. So
they come in a 2-pack, and cool like a cool army. You don't have to put that many models together. You can really take your time painting them up. I'm a little out of touch with competitive Age of Sigmar, so my opinion on how good they are is like pretty much pointless. But some of my friends have been saying they're a little disappointed with the rules. For competitive Age of Sigmar. I don't know enough at this stage to really make any intelligent comment on it. They look good to me. They have 35 wounds and a ton of attacks, but
they're not bad. Plus, I mean, the models are amazing. So
that was why I got it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not making a Sons of Behemoth army. I'm using this for D&D. But I was so excited to get one. I was like, yeah, I can't wait. And then GW was kind enough to send us a preview model. I was like, yes, I don't even have to buy it.
Jackpot.
Jackpot. Yeah. So then the FLG Paint Studio is going to base coat it with an airbrush, and I'm going to go in and do the detail work. So I'm excited. I'm actually really excited to paint it. It's such a bitchin' model.
Yeah, there's so much detail. It's crazy.
Yeah, and there's all this cool little stuff. Like there's a little raven that's sitting on his back. His mouth is 2 different, or I guess it's 3 different parts. So he actually looks like he has like his mouth that looks real. Like he has like teeth that are individually like molded, and it's an incredible model. Like GW just keeps getting better. So very excited for that. Also up for pre-order this week is some additional Necron units. The very popular Hexmark Destroyer, the 6-armed gunslinger.
Pew pew.
Yeah, he saw the G Circle.
Kellermorph?
The Kellermorph, who has 3 arms, and he was like, hold my beer, dummy.
Watch this.
6 guns. She has 6 shooters in each of his hands.
That'd be great.
Yeah. It's like 36 bullets coming at you.
That'd be a lot of shots.
Yeah, it would. So really cool model, really popular, really good rules. And then, of course, you also have the Destroyers and the Necron Warriors up for pre-order. So if you do want to grab some of those, you can do so with us. Woo. We appreciate the business. And as soon as we get them, they ship very promptly. There's some really funny comments in the chat. We should probably take a moment to acknowledge some of these. Phil Kelly Rub My Belly says, is it $200 amazing, referring to the giant? Well, with us, it's only $170. So I'd say it's $170 amazing.
I'd say it's $300 amazing, actually. So
yeah, it's inexpensive. So I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, we'll just increase the price. $300.
You know what?
Heard it here first.
If you do spend that much, you can get two. I think it's worth the money for sure. But you know, everybody's judgment on what something's worth is going to vary from person to person. I always have a pet peeve when people complain about the prices for the Games Workshop hobby. Like, I get, yes, it is expensive. It is an expensive hobby. Yep. But it's also a hobby. I'm like, it always annoyed me. Even as a kid, I didn't really like complain about the price of stuff. Like, it is what it is. Like, if you're strapped for cash, maybe do something else. Like, get a side hustle. Like, I just always thought it was dumb to complain about it. Like, it's the same with video games too. Like, I always see people bitching about the prices of video games, and I'm like, what? Don't buy it if you think it's too much money. Like, I'll spend $60 on a video game without a moment's hesitation if I play that game over the course of a year, and you divide the amount of hours put in versus what you paid. It's nothing.
Even for a week.
It's nothing.
It's nothing.
Like, I'm just like, why are you complaining? Like, what do you expect these people to make these video games for free? Yeah. Like, it takes a huge team of people working their ass off to deliver this product to you, and people are like, it's $30. I'm like, stop complaining. Yeah. Like, it really annoys me.
And I mean, like you said, it depends on what you use it for, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, if you're going to be getting a lot of use out of it, then yeah, why not spend the money on it?
Yeah.
Like, you go out and eat a hamburger, you spend $20, like, that's gone in seconds.
Yeah. I know, it's like, it's so funny when people like complain about that, and then they turn around and blow money on stupid stuff, and I'm just like, I mean, I get it. It is expensive, totally, right? Like, scuba diving is expensive, golf is expensive, hunting is expensive. Like, there's not a whole lot of hobbies that are not expensive. So it's like, if it really is a dent in your finances, if it's putting you in a bad financial position, don't buy it. It's not like anybody's putting a gun to your head and saying you must buy this thing. No, you want it, and that's why you get it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's just like, you know, sometimes you have to save up before you buy something. Yeah, but that's just life. Like, I never understood the complaining about the price of a luxury good. I never got it. It's really simple. If you can't afford it, don't buy it. If you think it's too expensive, don't buy it. In my mind, it's that simple. But
yeah,
you know, a lot of people want something. They want it for free, and then they want it to be updated, and they want all this work to be done, and they don't pay any mind to the fact that there's people that are trying to get paid for their effort, and that's normal and that's fair. But
these comments are great.
There's some of these comments aren't fit for a family-friendly show like ours, but they're really funny. One of the good ones though was, "But Reece, you have that mustache, which is a big moneymaker."
Boom.
I wish.
Or underwater scuba golfing while hunting starfish is super expensive.
Yeah,
that's true.
I mean, if you want a cheap hobby that's fulfilling, like do yoga or something. I don't know, like pick up jogging. That's really affordable.
Play chess.
Yeah, chess. That's a great one. It's a tactically deep game. Doesn't cost much. It's free, really. There you go. You could paint the chess pieces and go crazy.
Or bingo.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just like if you want to buy, like, you know, the example a lot of people use is like, I'd like to have a sports car, but I think it's too expensive, so I don't buy one. I'm not sitting there writing angry emails that Porsche charges too much for their car. They charge what people pay for it.
You should, though.
Yeah, I almost did buy used Porsche. I found one certified pre-owned for a really good price. And I almost pulled the trigger on it, and I was just like, nah. Like, because it's not practical, really. Like, if it's your second car, if you can afford two cars, then it would totally make sense and be super fun. But as like your daily driver, like going to the grocery store and stuff, it just doesn't really work.
Yeah.
It's just you can't fit very many people in it.
Like a gallon of milk, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, dang.
Did you see those commercials where Porsche was trying to sell it as, and there's like a guy putting like gravel in the back of it? I was like, get out of here.
It was amazing.
Stop. Just stop.
Wasn't it a Super Bowl commercial?
Something like that.
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, it's like this swarthy guy like throwing like
it's my work
construction equipment in the back of the Porsche. I was like, get out of here. That's so silly.
I like it.
So anyway, everyone's free to have their opinion on it. Yes, tabletop wargaming in general is expensive. It's an expensive hobby, but like whether or not you think it's worth it is up to you. I do. You may not, and that's fine. But bitching and moaning about the cost of something that you want that you don't need is a super big waste of time, in my opinion.
Unless you think you need it.
Yeah.
Maybe you need this guy to survive.
I mean, with Games Workshop, it's definitely more justified, right? Because you spend more and it's a bigger investment. With the video game one is such a pet peeve for me. When I go on like some of the forums and they're like, I can't believe they're charging $50 for this game. I'm like, shut up. Just seriously, shut up. If you don't have $50 to spend on something that you could put in 1,000 hours into, you need to go get a job, sir. It just drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough of that. Get off my lawn, you punks.
That's right.
Next week, we have some really exciting releases going up for pre-order. That will be on Saturday, the 17th. I can't remember what these are called. They're like Ophidian Destroyers or something like that. They're basically like, they look like wraiths and they have the big blades. Really brilliant models. The rules look pretty good to me too.
Models are interesting. It looks like they're missing something.
Yeah,
like,
they're
especially the one like towards the top. Like it just doesn't look like it's a complete model. It looks like it's like a kit bashed Necron. You're like, all right, cool.
I really like them. I think they look very cool. Like it's like they were like ripped in half and their spinal cord came out and it was really long. Like they had a tail.
And sharp.
I like them. I think they look super cool. Really, really good model. Really cool kit. And they're a little spindly, but that's all right.
The rules are really cool too. So.
Yeah, the rules look good. Like I think they're going to be a pretty powerful assault unit.
Yeah.
I like that you have options now. Like wraiths have a lot of attacks, not a lot of AP, and then you have this unit which has really good AP. They both are very mobile. I think they're cool. I like them. And then you have the Necron Terrain Kit, which comes with 3 different kind of worn out obelisks. I can't remember what the kit is called off the top of my head. I apologize.
Obelisk kit.
It's called Triple Lisk. I don't know.
Triple Lisk. Creative.
Really, really cool model kit. Even if you just get it just to spice up a Necron themed table, I think it's well worth it. Really, really beautiful models. The updated monolith is coming out. Yeah. I'm actually a fan of the new rules for the monolith. It's basically the same as it was. I think it's a little bit more reasonably priced, but the weapon options now is instead of the gauze flare or the gauze flux arc thing. What are they called? Gauze flares?
Called like a flare arc.
Something like that.
Arc flare.
So you had 4 of the side guns that were like lots of shots. Now you can take high strength, high damage shots, and there's 4 of them. And of course, now in 8th, 9th edition rules where you can, they don't have firing arcs anymore. You can shoot all 4 of them at the same target. It actually makes a monolith really appealing, in my opinion. A lot of people have made the comment in chat. People are talking about it's too bad it's a Lord of War. I don't think that's the end of the world, really.
It's unfortunate, honestly, but the model.
Why would that stop you from taking it, Frankie, personally?
Just because you have to burn a detachment to take it. So.
You lose some CP.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could take the Supreme Command detachment.
And then you have to take another detachment.
Right.
Still.
Well, the thing is, with the Supreme Command detachment, it lets you take quite a bit of different stuff. Yeah, it would be a really specific army build. Like maybe you take an Obelisk, one of those, the Silent King, and then you take another detachment of like fast attack or so, whatever.
Or you take all monoliths.
Now you're talking.
See?
Now you're talking.
Solved it.
Yeah, I mean, the Lord of War thing is a little frustrating, but I think the model's cool, and I think it's got solid rules too.
Yeah, but I mean, just for James Carmona, the monolith is very neat. It's a neat model.
It's a neato jet.
It's a neat model.
Yeah. Then of course probably the coolest model. I'd say one of the most neat models I've seen in my life is the Void Dragon. God, the thing is so badass.
That model is sick.
So badass. Someone made a good comment though that it might be a little fragile because of the way.
Oh yeah, it doesn't look like you'll be able to pick it up. It'll break in half.
And transporting it might be a challenge too.
Yeah.
Because it's so big and it's so like spindly. Like you'd have to Like, especially like flying to an event with that might be a challenge.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you can overcome it. But God, it's such a bitchin' model. I love it. Super duper amazing kit.
It's quite pleasant, as they say in England, I think.
Ooh, cheerio, chap.
Cheerio.
I'd say that's top drawer. I don't know what
top shelf. That's a top shelf model right there, Reece.
If you're a limey, what do you say when something's really good?
I don't know.
They're usually so negative.
In the States, you say can of corn.
they don't say anything positive.
There, you know?
That is bully.
Hey, he's at least 5 hands tall, so.
If you're Canadian, you would just apologize.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for putting this model on the table, hey? I don't know.
Yeah.
And if you're Australian, you're an orc, so I don't know what you're doing.
Nobody knows.
Also, we've got the new Space Marine turret thing coming out. It looks like straight out of StarCraft.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Not even like, nah, they're just,
The model designers are like, oh, you copied 40K and made StarCraft? Well, how do you like these apples?
We'll copy your game.
Blizzard's like, we're cool.
They're like, yeah, whatever.
Like, we could buy you. We're fine.
Yeah. We'll brush it off.
And then there's a new Primaris Tech Marine.
Yeah.
Super duper cool model.
This guy's sick.
Yeah, he's really, really, really bitching. I like the little like automated heavy bolter on his shoulder. It's super cool. And then we also have the new Aeronautic Imperialis Orc Bomber. Ooh. It's called like the Mega Bomber or something like that. Super.
The Burna Mega Bomber.
Yeah, these models in real life are brilliant. Like we've had a couple come through the paint studio.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it sounds stupid and obvious, but it's literally just a shrunken down version of the bigger model. Like
no way.
But the detail and everything is so crisp. It's amazing. Yeah. Like they're really, really cool. And we've said it a million times, but it's like, please just give us epic.
Everything, yeah. Give us the Marines, give us the tanks.
I don't want just Titans and Flyers.
Yeah.
I want it all.
That's not that exciting.
I want it all. Ooh, there's some really colorful comments in the chat. We're going to just pass on over those. Also, in video game news, Baldur's Gate 3 came out for early access last week. Probably the most highly anticipated video game of the year, if not the last few years. The studio that made it, Larian Studios, made Divinity Original Sin 2. That's probably the most famous game. Prior to this, the whole staff here has been playing Divinity Original Sin 2. It's a brilliant game. And from what the reviews I've been reading have been super positive. So Baldur's Gate, it's basically an open beta right now.
Yeah.
And they said it's going to be like that for a year. Yeah, well, so like Larian Studios has been trying to make this game for a really long time.
Yeah.
Like, as I understand it, Sven, I think that's his name, is the head of the studio. This is like his magnum opus. Like, this is the game that he's dreamed of making. So his position on it has been, it'll be ready when it's ready for full release.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So like they're not rushing it. They want it to be perfect. It's already got a super positive, super high rating on Steam. So anybody out there that wants to jump in and play it, it looks like an absolutely amazing game. I'm kind of waiting a little bit. Like, I've been looking forward to this game since I was in high school. Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 are two of my favorite games of all time. And I'm kind of waiting a little bit because they're doing hot patches every day. So I'm like, I'm going to wait. I've got some other games I've been playing in what little free time I do have. So I'm not in a super rush. Like, I want my first experience to be really positive.
Yeah.
And, you know, maybe with like we've been doing, we can just go in and play multiplayer. Because it plays like Divinity Original Sin 2 with the turn-based.
Yeah.
But it's D&D 5th Ed rules. And
super cool.
The game looks absolutely phenomenal. There's something for everybody. Like we really like the like turn-based, like it doesn't have to be turn-based. We really like the like game mechanics, like getting in there, playing it on the hard mode, trying to optimize everything. That's really fun.
Yeah.
But it's all fully voice acted. The cinematics are amazing. It's a beautiful game. If you like the romance angle in games, like in Dragon Age,
it's my favorite.
There's a lot of that in there for you if that's something that you enjoy in a game. I think this is going to go down as one of the great games. It just looks so good.
Yeah, I agree. I'll probably wait until it's all done though. I'll probably wait the entire year and then jump in.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Diablo 3 or Diablo 4, whatever.
Is it? Did they announce that?
Yeah, but they delayed it like another year, so it'll come out in like 2030, I think. We'll get it.
I never even played Diablo 3.
The cinematic was so cool, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They did announce it, right?
Yeah.
The cinematic was badass.
Yeah. They've been teasing out little bits and pieces. And, like, they showed off like some of the skill trees. It's gonna be tits.
I didn't even play 3, man. Like, I played 2. Yeah. I played 2 for a while, but it was just so grindy. After a while, I was kind of like, I don't even care to beat it. It was fun, though. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
On other video game news, and also related to tabletop gaming, Iron Harvest 1920 just came out. This is a classic real-time strategy, super similar to Company of Heroes. And what makes it unique is that it's based on the Scythe board game. The Scythe board game came out like 3 or 4 years ago. Really popular. It's a very cool concept. It's an alternate 1920 historical setting. So basically, right after World War I-ish, there's these kind of like quasi-fake continental European powers. It's like Polania, Roosevelt, basically Germany, Poland, and Russia.
Yeah.
And it's very familiar in that, you know, what it looks like in 1920, you would expect it. But the idea is that Nikola Tesla invented walkers. So instead of tanks, they have walking machines that look really steampunky. It's super cool. I really like the setting a lot, and the game's actually really fun.
Yeah. Have you been playing the video game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Well, because when I saw it was based off the Scythe board game, I was like, I'm going to support them. I'll buy it.
Yeah.
And I love Company of Heroes. It's one of my favorite RTSs. So it's really cool. And like, you have characters that have like, there's like a Polish sniper that has a bear, and the bear goes and attacks people.
That's amazing.
Yeah. There's like a German, like, with a Kaiser helm. He's got a big pipe, and he has 2 wolves that he can like send at you. Huh. It's really fun. It's really fun. Cool. They have like Maxim machine guns, and the walkers are really cool. Like, one of them, he has like a little wheel that he sits on, and he like crawls along and stuff. So if you like real-time strategy and you like, you know, that kind of a setting, give it a look. Yeah. Right. You're also supporting tabletop gaming by doing so. Alrighty, the long-awaited 44 by 30-inch FLG mats are finally ready to go. They're going into the web cart as we speak. Big shout out to Mariana. She slogged through that, making all the web cart images and everything. It takes forever. It took longer than we thought. Sorry for the delay, but those will all be in the web cart by the end of the day today. So if you want to get a 44 by 30 FLG mat, you can do so. Perfect for Combat Patrol. Is that what it's called? Yeah. So we've had a lot of people asking about them, and they're finally ready. There's only one active in the web cart right now, but the rest of them will be in there by the end of the day. Takes a minute. Putting 100 new items in the web cart is not a quick process.
It's not fast
at all. Also, we will have the conversion kits ready by, what do you think, next week, buddy?
They're all done. We have to create the web cart images for them. So maybe by Friday.
By Friday?
Maybe.
All right. Well, we're going to hold Frankie to that. Put his feet over a fire. So the conversion kits, what we mean by that is it's some neoprene strips. You can put on a 4x6 mat and turn it into a 44 by 60. So if you already have an existing 4x6 and you want to be able to use it, or if you have a variety of 4x6s, this one conversion kit makes it easy to do.
Yep.
So super cool. Glad to get those ready to go. It took a little longer than expected, but we've been really busy. All right, Las Vegas Open and 2021 updates. So it's actually looking really good. Unfortunately, it's looking really bad for a lot of international travelers. Some people have already been told that they won't be able to travel to the States in January. So is what it is. We have a refund policy that you can take advantage of for that. If you know it's like just not possible to come, that sucks. But hey, thanks, Rona.
Yeah.
The gift that keeps on giving. But for domestic travelers and international travelers that will be able to come, it's actually looking really good right now. We have a meeting with the casino group, the hotel group, right after the podcast to talk about all the different options. They want to work with us. We want to make it happen if we can do so safely. Right now in Nevada, you can have gatherings of up to 250 people per room. So obviously the LVO would be significantly smaller than usual. That's a given regardless.
Yeah.
But it's looking actually pretty good that we can have a safe event, super socially distanced, mandatory masks, hand sanitizer everywhere. The casinos are all doing temperature checks on people when they come in the door. So well, we're pretty confident we can do it as safely as possible for people that want to come. Obviously, if you trust your instincts, if you think it's too much of a risk for you, do that. Don't come if you're nervous about it.
Yeah.
But we're feeling pretty confident. I'm feeling way more confident than I was even a week ago. So unless something crazy happens over the winter, which it could, but if things stay the way they are right now, it looks like we're actually going to be a green light to go, which is cool. I was like not sure if we were going to be able to do it or not.
Yeah. I mean, it all depends on what happens in the next couple months and everything. And like Reece said, if we can't have it safely, then we won't have it.
Yeah.
But currently, with the restrictions and the guidelines going on right now, we could safely distance everybody and have an event. It won't be like all the other LVOs. It'll be significantly smaller, but at least we'll be able to get some people together. So.
Yeah. So the safety and health of the attendees is our number one concern, and of our own staff. Like we're not going to take any unnecessary risks, but with how big some of these rooms are, and even if you subdivided them up a little bit by putting up the air walls, which makes them into completely separate rooms, you would have phenomenal social distancing.
Yeah.
So like the idea would be each table would be really far away from the next table. Everybody would be required to stay in their little area. Basically the way that they did it in Germany, they had it was a couple hundred people, I think. And the way that they set it up, it was super safe.
Yeah.
So that would be what we would be aiming for. And hopefully we can do it,
Yep.
There is still a pretty good chance that there will be a vaccine ready at that time, but it's like, we'll see.
Yeah.
We don't want to bank on that. We want to plan on being able to do it safely, even if that's not the case.
Yeah,
so.
Of course.
Willie Ray in the chat says, make it mandatory to wear those inflatable dinosaur suits. that would be really funny.
That'd be so hot.
Yeah.
That would.
So yeah, we'll keep you all updated as we get closer, but we want to make the call as far out as possible. However, as we've been saying all year, unfortunately, we're probably going to be making the call pretty close to the event.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Just like SoCal.
Yeah, it's just there's yeah, it is what it is.
Yep.
All right. We wanted to talk about what lists we are going to be playing, or that we think we're going to be playing for 9th edition when we can play. Because we're getting pretty, even though there's not a lot of events going on, it is kind of like settling in. We're getting our first codexes, so we thought it'd be fun to chat about. Frankie has been playing Harlequins. He's been having really good success with them. And, in what little we've been able to play.
Yeah.
But we're seeing that all over the place. So, Frankie, why don't you chat a little bit about your list and what you like about it?
Yeah, so the really cool thing is I didn't have to change my list at all from 8th to 9th. Because I was already playing Harlequins with the exact same loadouts, all fusion guns. Or that's not true. I did change the weapon loadout for their close combat weapons. I used to take the +2 strength AP2 attacks, and I switched it up to the kisses, which are +1 strength D3 damage.
Got it.
So
why'd you make that change?
I made the change due to Space Marines getting extra wounds.
Yeah.
But it's the same points for the weapons, so it was really easy to do. I was like, all right, easy.
Yeah.
So I've been rocking my Harlequins. I take 6 troops, 5-man units. I have 1 6-man. They're all fusion guns, and they all have kisses. I forgot to update the list. But,
all of them have fusion pistols.
Yeah, they all have fusion pistols. It was the same list that I was running in 8s. And then I have 2 troop masters. Yeah, they're like, leave me alone. I have 2 troop masters and a shadow seer. And then I have a big 6-man unit of the bikes, the Skyweavers. And then I have 6 Star Weavers, which are the transports. And I run them as a soaring spite, so that when you advance your vehicle, you're still able to shoot your fusion guns.
Nice.
Which is really good because they move 22 inches to that point, and then they have their 6-inch range on their pistols. So a lot of times on turn 1, you're able to blast some Space Marines on the table. So.
Well, now with the change to the way fusion works too, you auto kill Space Marines if you're in range.
Yeah. Like
you just guaranteed to smoke them.
So yeah, I actually haven't played it since the changes, but it'll be even better. But yeah, it's been doing really well, as you guys have seen at a lot of the events. Harlequin's been doing extremely well. They pair up against Marines, like they just have all the tools to kill Marines.
Yeah, you just obliterate
they can kill them in close combat. They can kill them in shooting. They're really fast, so they can react to other armies. They do everything that you need them to do, especially for the missions. So
Arctically Flavored in the chat saying the Harley Fusion didn't get the +2
maybe
damage. Did they not?
I haven't looked at it.
I thought they did in the FAQ. Let us know in chat.
Boom, in our face, but that's fine. Still get to roll 2d6 in most cases.
Yeah, you still, odds are you're gonna annihilate them.
Yeah, and then the Skyweavers are just amazing at grabbing objectives. That's pretty much all they do is grab objectives, and then if there's any vehicles, their haywire guns just annihilate it.
Yeah.
Because it's funny, they hit less hard in close combat than the troops do. And they have 2 guys on the bikes, but it's alright. The troops are so good.
And the haywire, whenever you see a vehicle that needs killing, it's dead.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, with the changes to core and auras, you might be seeing less vehicles, except, I don't know, we'll see. But when you do, it'll probably be like a specific vehicle, right? So it's like, and knights are a lot less popular than they used to be. So when you do come across that one dreadnought or whatever, Redemptor, you're going to be able to take it out really consistently.
Yeah, and then their stratagems are just amazing. They have the go up to a 3-up invo save. They have a stratagem to, when they kill something in close combat, they can jump back into one of their vehicles. They can teleport their characters around. Like, a lot of the stratagems for Harlequins do amazing things for the missions. So
yeah. Well, because you can move in every phase of the game, including the psychic phase.
Yeah.
So what do you think are your weaknesses with your Harlequin list?
It's the same weaknesses that I had in 8th. Hordes will just annihilate me because, I mean, a 5-man troop could do a lot of damage to a horde, but in most cases they're not going to wipe it out. And then they swing back and just kill them. Because you're only toughness 3 with a 4-up invo save, so in most cases you're going to get wiped out. So yeah, horde orcs would be really bad, but again, with 9th, a lot of the lists aren't playing hordes, so I'm pretty safe. Nids, same thing. If they had like a bunch of gaunts or something like that, it'd be hard to chew through it. But I think I can play to the mission well enough that I'd be okay in those scenarios. I just wouldn't be able to kill a lot.
Yeah. Because I know I have actually seen a couple orc lists that have been doing well that have been horde orcs, like Jeff Poole.
Nice.
Jeff Poole's been doing really well, and I've seen a couple people that have won or placed high in events with actually playing horde orcs.
Yeah.
So that might be a counter that you have to look out for.
Yep.
But with the Marines dominating the meta as they have for the past like year and change, you're in a target-rich environment, big time.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, orcs are still just a really bad matchup just because of how many bodies they have, and killing an orc is nothing in comparison to killing a troop. Like, a troop's 25 points on my list, whereas an orc is not.
Well, I think it's a cool list. It's super mobile. And then again, on the Tabletop Titans guys, Brian Pullen is saying that he thinks that they're the best army, or they're the army to beat in 9th edition. Yeah,
I would have to agree. I think they have like all the tools, their stratagems are excellent, and they're just so fast that they're able to play to the missions really well.
Yeah.
So.
And I like the way you painted it too. A lot of people have lamented or have been intimidated by taking up a Harlequin army because the traditional paint scheme is really, really difficult. Frankie painted his like ninjas, so they're all black.
Yeah, good old
with a little bit of color on there.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that looks really good. I was thinking if you did them white, like the opposite,
white
just paint
would
them
be
white.
Sick. Yeah.
Yeah, because then you could have Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes.
That would be cool.
That would be really fun.
Yeah.
So I've been hemming and hawing, as I've said on the past couple shows. I've been kind of like going back and forth on what list I want to play in 9th edition when we actually can play, which isn't very frequent right now.
Yeah.
I wanted to play my guard, but then I had to like redo a bunch of stuff, and I played guard a lot in 8th edition. And then I was like, I'll play my Tyranids, but then I have to paint a bunch of stuff. And my paint scheme I chose for my Nids is like aneurysm inducing. Like I put 4 colors on each plate on their chitin, and I'm like, why did I do this? It looks really good.
Yeah.
It's a really striking color scheme, but it's like, it takes, like I seriously was almost stabbing my eyes out when I painted my Trigon, because there's like 50 plates on there, and I'm like, why did I do this? Yeah. So I've been like, I've just been not wanting to paint a bunch of stuff that it takes a long time to do, and there's a lot of models. Like same with my foot dart, like get them up to snuff, I'd have to paint like 6-7 new units.
Yep.
And that paint scheme, again, it looks really striking. I'm not going to say it's the best paint job. I'm not that great of a painter, but it's really striking. But it takes forever. Like I actually had someone painting my army, and he quit.
He's like, nah.
He's like, dude, I don't want to do this anymore. I was like, I get it, bro.
Yeah.
I get it. So when I saw the rules for Deathwing, they're really jumped out at me because I was like, wow, there's not that many models. They're really durable. Terminators are awesome. They haven't really been good forever since like 5th ed. Like you haven't really seen Terminators doing anything outside of some wonky like Death Star.
Yeah.
I was like, I love the models. It would be easy to get it together. You'll either win quick or you'll lose quick most of the time. Your games will play fast. You don't have to move a million models. You don't have to carry a bunch of stuff. I was like, this is like this is a solid old man army. I'm feeling that. I'm really feeling that right now.
Yeah.
And then if you wanted to, you could speed paint it, get it done really quickly, or you could really take your time on it. Because there's like 35 models, you know?
Yeah, it gives you a lot of options.
Yeah, so that really jumped out at me, and a lot of people have been complaining about Deathwing online. Everyone I've talked to, like all the other playtesters and stuff, they really think it's super overblown. They're like on the table, it's really hard to actually win missions. Yeah. Like, yeah, they're super durable for sure, but they really struggle to actually win the mission. So a lot of people that I've talked to whose opinion I trust are like, they're not that great. They're not even a tier 1 army. Let us know what you think in the chat. But anyway, this is kind of like where I'm at with my list right now. I'm still trying to work out a couple things. And I haven't had a chance to try it yet, so take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. I'm not saying this is the right way to play them. This is just where I'm at in my kind of brainstorming.
Yeah.
So I was looking at, obviously, a Spearhead detachment, Captain Pigeon Toes, Belial. He's a little overpriced in my opinion. He's 140 points. Like, you can get a normal captain for 100 points, a Terminator captain.
Yeah.
But he has the Chapter Master ability where he can make one unit have 4 rerolls. I think that's really good. And then he himself is actually really good in combat. His sword does 3 damage. He's -1 to hit. And his Stormbolter is 2 damage. I was like, I think he's worth it.
You have to custom make him though, because his model is hideous.
So dumb. Well, you can't even. The biggest challenge right now is you literally can't get Deathwing at all.
They're all sold out.
Yeah, they're all sold out. So I was actually thinking about doing it with Chaos Terminators and doing it like accounts as Deathwing with all Chaos models.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. I actually like the way that the Chaos Terminators and the Chaos models look better anyway. So I was like, that might be really fun.
You could use Abaddon as Belial. Because Abaddon's model is bitchin'.
He's way too big, but
that's all right. He looks so cool.
He looks so bitchin'. But there's so many cool like Terminator, Chaos Terminator models. I was like, that'd be really fun. And I'm actually like excited to like paint some of this stuff, which I haven't felt in a long time. And then a Master of Sanctity. So the Chaplain with the upgrade where you pay to have the extra litany, and then you can give him the Warlord trait for +1 on the litanies. I feel like that's like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
3 units of Deathwing Terminators, 2 5-man, 1 with a Cyclone missile launcher, and then a Thunderhammer Storm Shield on the Sergeant. 1 10-man unit, the same loadout, and the last 5-man unit with all Lightning Claws. They're really, really cheap. It's only like 175 points for 5 Terminators with Lightning Claws. Like, it's really good. And they get a ton of attacks. You can give them +1 attack. I think that unit is going to be, for the points, you just throw them into someone's like screens and just blender them.
Yeah.
1 unit of Deathwing Knights, because they're really cost-effective, solid unit. And then a Deathwing Command Squad, which you kind of have to take to unlock all the little characters without running out of space in your Force Org chart.
Yeah. So
these are all don't count towards your limit on the amount of elites you can take as long as you have a captain, which Belial is. So it's a 2-man Deathwing Command Squad, an Apothecary upgraded to be a Chief Apothecary. He can resurrect a unit or a model for free. He can heal 2 units. In an army like this, I feel like you get so much mileage out of that.
Yeah.
Deathwing Champion, the Ancient. The Ancient, you can upgrade him to give the Feel No Pain banner. So all your guys are only wounded on a 4+. They have 3 wounds, Terminator armor, and then Feel No Pain if they're within range. So they're pretty dang durable.
It's pretty strong.
Yeah. Super duper durable. And then I got a Redemptor Dread in there just because I really want to use one. Like, I don't think you need it by any stretch of the imagination. But with the -1 damage that the Dreadnoughts get now, and the model's just so bitchin'.
The model's cool.
The model's so cool, dude. I was like, I just want to put one in there. And then Andrew Gagnon convinced me to put a unit of Outriders in because I was going to go all Terminators.
Yeah.
But he convinced me to put 1 unit of bikes in there so that you could use the stratagem where a unit can come out of deep strike within 6 inches of the enemy.
And then still charge,
And still, and then you charge. Like you could do it with the the big unit of 10, or with the Lightning Claw or Deathwing. I was like, yeah, it's too good not to take advantage of. And Outriders are ridiculous. They're stupid.
They're not bad.
They're so ridiculous. So, do I think I'm going to win every game with this army? No, not at all. Yeah. Do I think it's going to be fun, easy to play, and quick? Yeah. It's kind of where I'm at.
Plus, it'll be cool. It gives you an opportunity to do some cool things with the models. Yeah. Like, the Terminator models are so amazing.
They're so bitchin', dude.
Yeah.
And now they have 3 wounds and everything. I was like, this looks great. I don't think it's going to be the best army. I think any tuned-up army that can deal with the Terminators is going to blow through you. But, like, whatever. You bring it to the table expecting that to be the case. It's like playing Knights. Like, with Knights, you're like, if I have a bad matchup, I'm going to get spanked.
Yep.
But if I don't, I'm going to do really well. And then with that big unit of 10 Terminators, you can have fun using the strats on them, getting a lot of mileage out of it. So I thought it'd be fun. And the Chaplain has so many good litanies.
Yeah, the litanies are amazing.
Yeah. Like a lot of people in the chat are saying, oh, yeah, well, someone who has like Eradicators and stuff. Yeah. If someone had a bunch of Eradicators, I'd be like, this is going to suck.
It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a lot.
But whatever, dude. It's more time to drink beer.
Yeah.
You know?
And you're only wounded on a 4, so you got that going for you.
Yeah.
That's all right.
And you have a ton of shots with the Stormbolters.
Yeah.
And with most of the Sergeants having a Thunderhammer Storm Shield, they can tank some wounds. It's 3 attacks. You can do some damage in melee.
Yeah.
I just think it'd be fun. I think it'd be a fun army to play. You would struggle to win the objective game, though.
Objectives would be challenging.
Yeah. Yeah, those little characters are just going to be sitting on objectives. You're like, eh. So, yeah, I don't think it's the greatest army ever, but I think it'd be fun. And it'd be fun it'd be a fun hobby project.
Yeah.
So let us know in the chat, what do you think? Am I making any obviously stupid list building decisions?
All of them.
What's up, Junior? How you doing, buddy? In the chat, jumped in. Let's take a look at the rankings. 40K current competitive track in the ITC. We actually have been having some movement. It's cool.
There's been some tournaments.
Yeah, there's been some events that have been able to safely happen. So, current competitive track top 5. We have Dan Salmons continues to lead the pack, followed by Ken Knox, Vic VJ in 3rd, Ruud Steenbaker in 4th, and Johan Nicolaisen in 5th. We've had quite a few European events that have jumped in there, which is great. 40K hobby track current top 5. James Weston is in 1st place, followed by Naaman Allen. John Smith in 3rd. Colton Hatch drops down into 4th. And Sean Nasto in 5th.
What a name.
Dude,
that is a great name.
That is the best. Current Age of Sigmar competitive track, top 5. Matt Beasley in 1st. William Sohaili in 2nd. Jared Zazweta in 3rd. Jared Neiman in 4th. And Kurt Roper in 5th. And wait for it, Frankie. We actually had some movement in the...
Yeah, they played another tournament.
In the Age of Sigmar. If you want an easy award, go compete.
Paint some models in Age of Sigmar.
Indeed. Russell Tanner is currently in 1st place, followed by Adam Kamenish in 2nd. Will Reeves moves into 2nd, or tied into 2nd, excuse me. Matt Abbott in 4th, and Dan Sanchez in 5th. Current Warhammer Underworld's top 5. Ivan Cho is still in 1st place. Glenn Dean is in 2nd. Jonathan Colson in 3rd. Cody Handler in 4th, and Michael Melody in 5th. And Kill Team, current top 5. Rudy Pertu Tataninen in 1st place. I'm sure I'm butchering your name. I apologize.
That is a tough name.
That is. John Sau in 2nd. Lucas Carone in 3rd. Angel Alvarez Serrano in 4th. And Manuel Melguizo in 5th.
Yeah.
Check out these FLG Paint Studio models that we recently painted for a client. Some funky fantasy football players, Amazonians.
That's right.
These are some goofy models, but I like them.
They're cool. I like them.
Very characterful.
Yes.
All right, let's answer some questions in chat before we wrap it up today. A little bit of a short show, but that's okay. All right. Necromana says, GW's pushing the combat patrol size matches in the codex for newer players to start with. Are you guys considering making an ITC terrain pack that is suited for the 30 by 44 tables? Yeah,
for sure. We'll
probably come out with some packages for 30 by 44. That's an intelligent move. Excuse me. Said a burp there. Neon Cat, yeah, I think Age of Sigmar has some of the best models in the world. Although 40K is starting to close the gap as they update everything.
Yeah, those new Necron models. What?
Yeah.
Are incredible.
Campaigning for a Necromundo hobby track segment, says Phil Kelly, rub my belly. Yeah, I mean,
keep going.
That's definitely something we can look at.
Yeah.
For sure. Do we have a brick and mortar store in Vegas? Asks TLT XXX. We do, although during the plague times, it is currently closed to the public. We just shut down for safety reasons for the whole time.
Yeah.
But we do have a brick and mortar store, and we're located in Boulder City, Nevada. James says, I'm going to get an easy button for me.
Ooh, I like those little easy buttons.
Yeah, I'm about the easy button.
Easy button.
You know what's nice now that I'm not considered like a high level player anymore, I think? It really takes the pressure off.
Though?
I don't know. I thought so at one point. I don't know if anybody else did. It really takes the pressure off.
Yeah.
I can roll up with my Deathwing army and be like, I lost.
You're like, cool.
I don't care. What list is my mustache running in 9.3s?
Ooh, there you go.
The most powerful list in the game. Duh.
That's right. Deathwing.
My LGS closed 40k play as well, says JW. Now I have to leave my scars in the bike shed.
Aww, sad day.
Yeah, I think everybody is really over COVID. Unfortunately, I was listening to the news and they said that the winter might be actually
worse. Yeah.
Worse. So fingers crossed that's not the case.
Let's hope not. Everybody stay safe.
Yeah, wear your stupid mask. I know it's annoying when you're out in public. In my opinion, it's smarter to listen to the experts.
Yep.
Wizard of Oz says, not really a question, but I just want to shout out the 9-dog sulfur hound blob. What?
Nobody but him plays it.
I don't know what that is, but you got me to read it.
Gotcha.
Replying to George Thompson, everybody in the chat just kind of talking to each other.
Sweet.
So anyway, kind of a short show today, but no big deal. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you everybody for joining us for the live show. We really appreciate it. If you are listening, make sure to like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Jump on over, check out the 44x30 FLG mats. Those will be up in the web cart today. If you want to get one, you can do so. They're really cool. They print it out really nicely. I like them.
Yeah.
Thank you everybody for joining us. We hope you have a great week, and we will talk to you all next Wednesday.